What's up guys, I'm Josh, you're watching Josh's Jungle, and today is going to be all about Impaction. Alright guys, so today, this is Juliet. She's going to be my little model, and I actually received her from somebody on Craigslist, and she was impacted, and the person didn't realize it. So that's why she looks really skinny right now, but let's really deep dive into what is Impaction and how you can save your animal from dying. Alright guys, so what is Impaction? Well, Impaction is when an animal eats something that they're not supposed to, and it blocks their system so that food can't go through their stomach and that they can't go to the bathroom. So what happens is stuff starts building up. Their abdomen might be getting chunkier, but for instance with leopard geckos or fat-tailed geckos, their tails will start shrinking because they're not getting the nutrients they need, and their stomachs will get bloated, and eventually it will kill them. What caused this in Juliet here is the fact that her previous owner had her on a bioactive substrate, which is fine, but it must have gotten a little dry, and when she was eating, she must have eaten some of that soil, and so what happened was it got stuck in her tummy and she couldn't pass any food. So she ended up, it looked like she was fine, she looked nice and chunky, but then I noticed her tail started going down, and I noticed that she kind of had stopped actually eating. So now that we know what Impaction is, let's talk about how to treat it. Alright guys, so when it comes to Impaction and fixing it, the most important thing is the enclosure. So like I said, she was on a bioactive substrate, but as you can see, it's now all paper towels. And that's very important because there's nothing more that she could possibly get impacted with here. As you can see, paper towel, obviously you want to make sure they have water, and you want to have it set up with 2 highs just like you normally would. You want to make sure heating and lighting is the same, but what's really important is that you use something like paper towel so that they can't get impacted. And then the other thing you want to do is, I know this is going to be hard for you guys, but you want to not feed them until you start seeing them poop. Because what happens is, if they're impacted and you keep feeding, they'll just keep growing and growing, and their stomach will expand and it'll eventually kill them. So what you want to do is you want to wait until you see them start to actually go to the bathroom, and as soon as you see them go to the bathroom, you know that it's passed through, and so you want to then you want to start feeding them. And you don't want to start feeding them a ton of food because then they'll overeat. You want to start feeding them a little bit at a time. Alright guys, so I know that this was a short video, but I just thought it was an important subject of Impaction, and since I just had a gecko that went through it, I thought it'd be good to share with you guys. And she actually just started going to the bathroom and defecating, so I started feeding her some crickets again. But if you learned anything new today, then make sure to leave a like, and if you feel inclined and watch this far into the video, I'd really appreciate your subscription. It's free and it helps me out a ton.